Hi, I will be doing question number 62 from section 1.1. The question says, a Norman window has the shape of a rectangle surmounted by a semicircle. If the perimeter of the window is 30 feet, express the area A of the window as a function of the width x of the window. So here we have a diagram of the window, which is given by the shaded area, and the width of the window is given by variable x. So we can separate the shape into two separate shapes. So we can have a semicircle and a rectangle. Next, we can assign variables. So we can use x as the width of the rectangle, which is also equal to the diameter of the semicircle. And now we know that if x is the diameter of the semicircle, x over 2 is equal to the radius of the semicircle. And finally, our last variable can be L, which is the length of the rectangle. So the first step that we can do is to find the area of the semicircle. The area of the semicircle is given by the formula pi r squared multiplied by 1/2. And we multiply by 1/2 because it is a semicircle and not a full circle. So if we substitute x over 2 as r, then we can get pi times x over 2 squared times 1/2. And if we expand it, we will get x squared over 4 times 1/2, which gives us pi x squared over 8. So pi x squared over 8 is the area of the semicircle. So now we have to work towards finding the area of the rectangle. And the first thing that we can do is to find the circumference, or the perimeter, of the semicircle. So the circumference of the semicircle is given by the formula 2 pi r. And again, we multiply this by 1/2 because it is a semicircle. So if we substitute x over 2 as radius, we will get 2 pi x over 2 times 1/2. And now we will get 2 pi x over 4, which simplifies into pi x over 2. And this is our circumference of the semicircle. And now we will try to find the perimeter of the entire window. So the perimeter of the entire window is going to be the perimeter of the semicircle, or the circumference, plus the perimeter of 3 sides of the rectangle. And so if we sub in all of our values, one of the given values is the perimeter of the window, which is 30 feet. So we put perimeter of window as 30 feet, and then perimeter of the semicircle we found was pi x over 2. And we add that to the perimeter of the 3 sides of the rectangle, which is given as x plus 2 times the length. So now if we want to isolate this equation for length, then we can move all the other variables to one side of the equation. And we end up with 2 times the length is equal to 30 minus pi x over 2 minus x. And if we divide both sides by 2, we end up with length is equal to 15 minus pi x over 4 minus x over 2. And that is our equation for length.